you know what W.A.S.P means, fine, and if you don't, that's fine too. It was the kind of thing that was designed to give everyone something to expand on, to give them some food for thought, so to speak, give them somewhere to go. In that sense, the name has worked perfectly for us. I don't really foresee, or I don't see myself, the connections with the occult or what have you, because to me, well, I studied the occult for 3 years, and I know exactly what that stuff is about. I don't study this stuff anymore because I've since determined that it's not for me. But for anyone to say that W.A.S.P is an occult or a satanic band or anything like that, personally speaking, I think that's a bunch of bullshit. About a year and a half after the debut of our first album, we were commencing work of the second album called Last Command. And right about that time, there was this wonderful organization that cropped up called the PMRC. And the PMRC stands, theoretically, for the Parents Music Resource Center. It's, in effect, an organization which is now defunct as we speak. So they're an evil organization in the sense that whenever you dictate to someone how to live their lives between now and 20 years ago, things should be left to the individual as to what they think they should or should not listen to. If you don't want to listen to what we're doing or you don't want to watch it, then don't buy it. Don't go see it. But there's no reason in the world for anyone to try to put a label on it. within the first few gigs that we had played at the Troubadour early on, we were showing signs of making progress on leaps and bounds. The show came about largely by a series of mistakes. We had an idea for a type of theater that was being developed called psychodrama, where you try to take what's happening on the stage and put it into the audience as much as possible to get the audience involved. Now, that's where the meat came from. We used to chop up the meat and throw it into the crowd, and to us, the reasoning behind that was that, yes, it was a very crude form of theater, but it was like going to a baseball game. You had to pay attention for fear you get hit with a foul ball. In other words, what we were doing is we had no money, but the object was to make it look as big as it could. The object was to make W.A.S.P look like it had $1 million, whether it did or whether it didn't.
W.A.S.P, when we did the Troubadour shows, we had the sign with W.A.S.P signed big letters, and we had these flames that go off around it. But we had different heights, so we could put this sign to different places. Well, at that time, we got down one click too low. When Blackie went up to start it with the torch, his hair was up, had all the hairspray. And when he lit it, his hair lit. And these kids up in the front, they're going, "Yeah, burn, Blackie, burn!"
To create controversy, we staged a blood drive with the American Red Cross in Los Angeles, and they brought down a semi-tractor trailer with 12 beds and a half a dozen nurses. And I remember on the last day, I went into this truck, this mobile unit that they had, and they lined about 100 pints of blood up on the wall. And I took a photo in front of it, and it hit me at that point what we had done. But even then, that was showing stages that W.A.S.P were the kind of band that were not content with status quo. As far as the band acquiring attention, we had been on the cover of 4 major international music magazines by then, and then that's what started the interest. At that point, major labels were starting to pay attention to us. There's a club here in Hollywood called Rainbow Bar and Grill, and I was born in the kitchen of this place. I mean, I live there whenever I'm at home. And I was walking through there, through the bar area one evening, and there was a girl there that I knew, and she was sitting with this guy named Rod. And he says, "Aren't you such and such?" Because I had been on the cover of an issue of an English magazine called Kerrang, which he was familiar with. And he says, "Yeah, I've seen you guys." And he starts going on and on and on about things that he didn't like about what we were doing. And I thought, who the hell are you? I mean, I never met this guy before. So about 3 months goes by, and we were getting ready to play a show in Hollywood at the Troubadour. It was a special Halloween show, and this magazine I spoke about, Kerrang, had sent a photographer, Ross Halfman, out to do some photos of us. And Ross shows up, and he brings Rod along with him to this Halloween show, and Rod said he was coming along for a goof. He didn't take us seriously or what have you. 2 days later, after we played the Halloween show, I'm walking through this Rainbow Bar and Grill again, and there's Mr. Rod Smallwood sitting there again. And he grabs me by the arm, and he pulls me down in the seat, and he immediately starts in on me about what I'm doing wrong. "You're doing this wrong. You're doing that wrong. You're not marketing right." I go, "Who the fuck are you?" I says, "Here, I'm managing this band by myself, and I'm doing this, and I'm promoting it, and I'm doing all this stuff by myself, and I have no help and no money." And I says, "Where are you coming off from to tell me this stuff?" Now, the first time I met the guy, I hated him. The second time I met him, I liked him even less, because now he's really come down on me hard. Well, after we talked for about an hour, it dawned on me that he had designs on what we were doing, and he saw something there. By March of 1984, we had landed the deal with Capitol, and we had commenced recording the first album.